for the holdup. I am a little tired from work. Got the movie event. We got a little bit more exploration to do too. Oh my goodness, there's a mosquito in the room? Oh, you're kidding. It's not even summer yet. I hate this. You're kidding. Where'd it go even? Oh my goodness. This is actually really infuriating. Comes and bites me and I get super HIV or something. I'm gonna kill someone. Okay. Well, the first thing to do is going to be to go over to Mondo, because a warm-hearted heroine is concerned for a youth in Wolvendom. This is finally the one where Xianyun meets Zhao. I've been looking forward to. Let's get all that ready. Here is... We'll put in Razor. I mean, not Zhao, Razor. Razor. Okay. Use our movement abilities to get around. Thank you. There we go. And is it going to auto-start? So I imagine... Watch out. Ah, he's right over here. Talk to Razor, or we could talk to her. Interesting. Let's clear those bushes, see if that does anything. Boars are right there. Pray escape, no dinner today. I imagine that this is gonna be in some way connected to the conclusion of the whole Razor getting poisoned plot one with his own quest. Most fortunate, young lad, you are. I hope you were not frightened. Oh, yeah, so she would think he'd be frightened of the boars, even though he's... You know, she doesn't know that he's a wolf and all kinda. What's your name? Where do you live? Why are you out here playing in the wilds all despite your tender age? Do you not know what would happen if you were to be accosted by wild beasts? Yeah, she has no idea what his deal is. My name is Razor, home is here. Yeah, well, Koko. So many questions to answer hard. Kotae no muzukashii. Ooh. Tragic past, if you may unravel surrounds you, mayhaps not. It's really lamentable. Literally feral. His parents were adventurers who died, if I recall correctly. Abandoned by accident. Did the mosquito somehow sneak in with me when I went on my walk? Probably. Well, we meet again, so this is where your walk took you out. Hey, Gucci Razor, this is Xianyun-san, one of our friends from Liyue. Hanun, Oretachin no Tomodachi. You know this child. Konoko. Maybe friends, Tomodachi. I've known each other for a really long time, since 1.0. I saw the shop crushed by a forest wolf and attending adult inside. Monsters roaming out far away, the howling of wolves could be heard constantly, truly a inside. He might need some help. Not because he's a kid, but just because, you know, pretty weak kid, unless you're running him down the road. Anything would happen, one cannot bear to imagine. You're not a bear, you're a bird. So it sounds like you chased the boar away then? There's like there might be a misunderstanding here. Hunting for wild meats. Razor must have been in the middle of hunting. Up in Keto's forest, boars are in Wolvendom again with one of the two traps in the game. You don't need to worry about him, Xianyun. He's really strong. It'll take way more than that to hurt him, isn't it, right, Razor? His claws are very strong and very good at hunting. Sumesuyoi. Strong claws. Hunting? Absurd.
その年頃の子は家族に守られて育つべきであろう。一体なぜ？実はレザーはオオカミの群れに育てられたんだ。だからオオカミと同じように野外で狩りをしたり見たりするけど。
But don't worry, they absolutely do treat him like family. Not only must he hunt on his own, but he eats and sleeps alone too. Something not do, he's still a growing boy. Adopting random orphans. It's time to commence my twin journey. Chappie should come with me to Liyue Harbor. Oh no.
少なくとも衣食住の心配はなくなる。それに、お前には才があると見える。とっておきの護身術を伝授してやろう。
Yeah, maybe getting taught by Cloud Retainer instead of Elisa will get him up to 5-star status.
ダメ。
No save me.
助けて。
助けて。So, did Paman's mouth just make things worse? Oh no. Travel, you're out. Actually, everyone in Mondset treats Razor really well. Razor himself loves living like this. You say so. Mondset, lots of meat. Nuku taksan aru. So much that stomach gets round and full. Friends in Rupika are there. They're warm, very important to me. Minna daiji. Everyone important. Teacher said, place for you warm is home. Shisho, and that'd be Lisa in this case.
師匠。お前にも師匠がいるのか。
mean to say you have a master or teacher then. In Japanese, use the same word twice, but you know, it's got sort of the implication of both. It doesn't really translate all that well.
師匠が言葉を教えてくれた。難しい。
お前も師匠に話術を教わっておるのか。師匠の心は親の心。お前を一人試練に送り出したのもきっと師匠の考えなのだろう。手塩にかけて育てたヒナほど巣を飛び立った後も一人で無事に飛べるかどうか余計に心配になるものだ。手塩にかけて育てたヒナほど巣を飛び立った後も一人で無事に飛べるかどうか余計に心配になるものだ。世の師匠の心は皆同じ。お前もいずれ師匠の心中を察する日が来るだろう。先ほどは気がせいてしまった。思えばカーンと神格も幼い頃はよく怪我をしていたものだ。ある時など。
Public service announcement. Razor's hungry. No more embarrassing stories. Been a while since that last happened. She kind of lost that character trait when she became, you know, a character. Am I? Of course you are. Didn't the forest story had frightened off and all? There was your axe. Not a word. This simple matter resolved. Oh, she's going to bring out the cooking machine. Oh no. Just wait to remember the rest of my hero improved supreme cuisine machine. Spend the fortune to meet here. We'll not enjoy dinner together. Just some relay style cuisine as well. This was introduced in an event about 3 years ago or so. Moonchase had a minigame around the supreme cuisine machine. Yes, Razor the machine thing he makes soldiers talk to herself that only Xianyun get you know. Maybe it's super good. Yeah, and 3 recipes alone came from that minigame in the event. Then 1 came from the story portion, but yeah. It's called the Supreme Cuisine Machine. Such a name so hard to recall. Didn't begin, thank you. I'll finish it if you need help. I will help. She gave us a new recipe. Hey, you're welcome, child.
素直で礼儀正しい子だ。良き師匠を得たな。気が向いたらいつでもリーウェ港に来るがよい。師匠と共にな。次のからくり調理神器もじきに完成する。料理の幅がさらに広がるだろう。私はチコガンの近くに住んでいる。紅葉の盆栽が目印だ。分かれ道が紛らわしいが、もし迷ったら町を巡回する洗顔軍に尋ねるといい。分かったな。
難しい。
Too hard. Yes, cities are not really his thing. Don't worry, we'll bring Razor along sometime. We'll follow the smell of good food. That won't lead us astray. Well, the word of your mental machinations is audible. Paimon. Foolish. But that is fine. Nothing charms me. I mean, charms Shuri so much about the mortal realm. So the hustle and bustle we have in accord then.
Right, exactly. NPC kid with the house there. Okay. That one is done. So are we actually gonna go back here with Razor, or... That's the question. Should be one left. Wonder if I'll have to wait until... Oh... next time. Okay... Xianyun Lupine encounter. Come across a worried-looking Xianyun and a bewildered Razor near Wolvendom. The kind-hearted Xianyun appears to be having difficulty accepting that a young man would be allowed to wander the wilderness alone. Surely we can't just leave him here. Well, we might have to. Let's just roll the clock a bit and see if that makes the next one show up. It probably won't. That's okay, I suppose. Like I said, if it takes a daily reset, I'll just wait until Sunday. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's raining. And yeah, it seems that the final one is going to require waiting until Sunday. Yeah, exactly. We'll finish all these anecdotes more or less right on time. Suppose that we should go over and start making the movies, but let's make some furniture first. What's really, really interesting is that next patch there's going to be a new enemy type going on with a weasel that's easily beaten with plunge attacks with a new drop. What's really, really interesting, though, is... Let me check something. Essentially, that... The last time, and I do not count the Tenebris Mimesis as all the same kind of enemy. Actually, never mind. Source Automaton. Be Source Automatons, Hunter Seeker. Yeah, that we got the Secret Source Automaton Hunter Seeker as the only kind of enemy that dropped this. Yeah, exactly. It's listed as this specifically in the Xianyun base. Guess that does make it unique in that Sumeru was the only region we've had so far where all the kinds of materials they introduced, they never had a material that was, when it was introduced, only dropped by a single kind of enemy. As when the game first came out, they had Mistgrass, Agent Knives, and Bone Shards. Then they added Mirror Maidens, which were each of those were only dropped by a single enemy with no variants. And then 2 kinds of Drakes, 3 kinds of Constructs, and then 2 types of... 3 types of Consecrated Beasts initially. And then 2 types of Rangers, 2 types of Phantasms, 2 types of, well, many kinds of Breacher Promises, because you got the baby versions too. 2 types of Operatives, and then just the Xianyun Beast, then just the Golems. Those were with Fontaine, and then, yeah, Secret Source, the next patch, we got the Weasels. Yeah, they like to have variants. Well, actually, during Sumeru, so I guess, yeah, in that case, Sumeru's patch cycle is specifically the odd one out, in terms of they didn't introduce enemy types that, you know, drops that came from only a single enemy with no variants. Let's make a few more. Again, next patch cycle, we will get the actual furniture sets. A Silent Meditator. Large wooden chest often found in the domains of the Masters of the Night, crafted from thick planks of flammable wood, is remarkably sturdy. The surface, especially the lid, is finely polished, making it not only smooth and beautiful, but also suitable for use as a workspace or storage. Legend holds that its greatest feature is an exceptional seal.
Whether exposed to harsh weather or struck by external force, its contents remain unaffected, much like a meditative master unmoved by the chaos of the outside world. Rope-bound multi-purpose barrel, a plain and unadorned wooden barrel, bound with common rope instead of traditional iron hoops, reducing costs and simplifying production, thus making it highly affordable. Its only distinctive feature is the round handle affixed to the barrel's side, allowing it to be lifted or hung from the hook when necessary. However, it is important to note that this method of suspension is only suitable when the barrel contains solids or powders, as the liquids may cause it to leak. Augustin 4-lamp Homecoming. Spider-Man. 4-lamp has a significant area of illumination, featuring a hybrid base made of metal on the inside and wood on the outside, balancing strength with reduced weight commonly seen throughout the Flower Feather clan. In addition to its basic function as a supplemental light source, this 4-lamp is specifically designed with emphasis on its brightness and illumination range. This allows people flying in the sky to spot the lamp's light even in the dark or during bad weather, helping them find their way back safely, guided by its glow. So, the other phlogiston lamps were used in the stadium. Molten lava pool, a large pond for rearing fish. The orange molten lava in the pool is specially crafted by Timaeus and the power of subspace creation in the realm within, creating an environment that mimics the natural habit of certain ornamental fish from Natlan. This molten lava, the fish live a contented life similar to their original environment. Thanks to Tuppy's meticulous control, the pool poses no danger to ordinary creatures, so there's no need to worry about getting burned while admiring the fish. Ornamental fish caught via fishing can be raised in this sort of pond. Only lava ones or lofty tower's fashionable canvas. The standard interior walls of a lofty tower built from a time-tested brick and stone structure for both durability and ease of maintenance. The designer intentionally left a blank space in the center, which has been surrounded by relief carvings and metallic ornamentation, offering the homeowner a canvas for their own creative freedom. After all, expressing one's unique take on current trends in fashion through graffiti or other decorative means is an indispensable part of the Natlanese lifestyle. So is this just a different kind of room to put in? Different ceiling? Lofty tower's radiant ceiling. The standard ceiling of a lofty tower made from volcanic rocks of regular shape that have excellent structural integrity along with anti-fouling and damp-proofing properties. Say that past artisans would glaze seal stone slabs to ensure waxy and lustrous surfaces after processing. And before that sealing process, many slabs would be packaged in a phlogiston mold to be baked for a good long while. Why phlogiston? The slabs will retrieve the remaining phlogiston mold for the sealing, and then take on the radiance that gives both the stone slabs processed in it the material used to make the sealing their names. Radiance. Yeah, magic material, no? Lofty Tower's floor of trials. The standard flooring of a lofty tower, made from tiles of volcanic rock of varying sizes pieced together into special patterns. These unique patterns ensure reliable traction, minimizing the chances of slipping and thus making an ideal surface for running or jumping. Drawing upon experience gleaned from maintaining the stadium, the sacred flame in various tribal stages. Running or jumping. Its tiles have been divided into smaller units, offering economic practicality by allowing damaged tiles to be replaced individually. This makes them perfect for those looking to create indoor arenas or training spaces. Lofty Tower's flaming brazier. Standard chandelier of a lofty tower, consisting of a massive circular brazier adorned with various metallic decorations. Unlit, the roaring flames are set off by the solemn grandeur of its overall design, invigorating and inspiring the beholder. It must be noted, however, that open flames in enclosed spaces can present a serious fire hazard. Must therefore always ensure proper ventilation while lighting up the chandelier. What about the chandelier? Keep a close eye on the flames to prevent any accidents. Dwelling portal, sacred duty, the grand entrance of a lofty tower that features solid stone doorposts, adorned with intricately crafted golden reliefs evoking the grandeur of the gateway to a sacred temple. In ancient Natlan, crossing such a threshold symbolized one of two things: either departed to do battle against the abyss, marching back in triumphant return. Given the solemn reverence called for by both such moments, these entryways were elaborately decorated to pay homage to the warrior's valor. This tradition endures even to this day, and as a result, the entrances to Natlan-style courtyards still renowned for their dignified and sacred aura. Drawing wall, journey through art. The stone walls of a lofty tower, embellished with the reliefs and featuring central doorways for passage. It's common for the walls of Natlan-style courtyards to be, and... Okay. God the Mosquito. Decorated with reliefs, ornaments, and graffiti, thus transforming them into a series of murals with distinct themes. Seeing doorways at their center enables the viewer to traverse the boundaries between various creative realms, and wondrous experience indeed. Okay, let me wash my hands. is not around. Oh well, that's fine. So, escape building and courtyard. See how many more we get from exploring the volcano. Okay, cool. And there we go. Real adventure. One day you reunite with an old friend at Cafe Otis. And be Xavier. Reunite with an old friend at Cafe Otis. Definitely pronouncing that wrong. Fontaine. Let me see. How much more friendship does Xianyun even need? That's the question. Okay. Again, I should be able to swap her out of the party pretty soon. And yeah, tomorrow actually, probably. Take a bit more from Mizuki, but after the end of next week, I should be able to switch her out and run just, you know, a real Faruzan, Yonsan party for comms and such. Convenient too, because Mavuika goes in that party. She's good in. Oh, that's right, Fontaine Twin's house. I guess the triplets. No, wait. Oh, right, because he got the sparking. I actually forgot about the bonus electro hit that he charges up every now and then. Let's put in some Fontaine people, I suppose. There's nothing to do with anything, and I don't imagine playable characters will really get involved, but whatever. And Lynette doesn't have a weaponry anymore. I mean, artifacts anymore because they're on Xianyun, that's right. I don't imagine any of this is going to mean anything. Hello, hello. Oh, we meet again my gallant adventurer friend, who my gallant film producer friend like to see, Xavier. Yeah, because he showed up in Tatarasuna for Tatara Tales, and then he had a couple of quests in Inazuma, and then he showed up for the gun event in Fontaine. And now he's here again. Have you been recently? Have you been recently? Oh, we're insane. Margaret friendship has withstood the test of time, surely. But since I was a little faster, why don't we start with you? Seems always working toward the Adventurers Guild, a little bit of saving the world on the side. I compose always to see what anyone else would call out for pulling my way, but with you, I know it's all true. As for me, things are the same as always. Rap shooting for one film and start prepping for the next. Recently, I've had this idea for an adventure plot. A group of people who start as strangers, but are forced to travel together after an accident, overcome a slew of trials and thrills. I haven't decided what sorts of thrills exactly, but things will go well enough for them to grow into heroes as for the ending. It's also undecided. Maybe our heroes shall go their separate ways or blaze a trail into the realm of sequels. I've got a few plot ideas besides that one. Frankly, I feel like I have a whole sea of them in my head that tips over every time I lie down at night, drowning me in inspiration. On one hand, I am sleep-deprived. On the other, I'll never run out of great ideas for as long as I live. Sounds like everything's going smoothly. Not everything, there's always funding and sponsorships. Sometimes I'll run into generous sponsors with great taste or get opportunities like the Fondalia Film Festival. At the gun event, those big breaks are few and far between, so I've had to think of my own solutions. Do you need any help? Oh, thanks for the concern, but no, I'm in no dire need of special assistance. I'd avoid resorting to a friend's kindness to achieve my dream as much as possible. What I need from a friend are their kind regards and to keep me in touch. I'll figure out some way to solve my financial problems. For instance, I'm helping my sponsor shoot some commercials. It doesn't pay very much, but it's a good source of stable income. Commercials. Ever since film became popular, many merchants and organizations have developed a taste for this new innovative marketing method. Go to someone with a plan and then have them help shoot the film. Rather than focusing on narrative elements, a commercial needs to capture the audience's attention quickly. So they are faster paced, and we filmmakers need to be more creative with our methods. And the sponsors themselves are full of ideas, not all of them good. Some give contradictory suggestions, while others are befuddlingly unreasonable. Don't let anyone else hear a word of that, though. That sounds rough. Like a dog. That's right, there's a price to be paid for creating the stories I truly want to. It's like eating seafood. Can't get at that sweet meat within without cracking the shell, can you? Don't worry about me. Also, if you thought my previous examples were absurd, you should have seen the sponsor who insisted that I have my thriller film protagonist. Tough, no-nonsense guy show up in the film's opening chugging a carton of their baby milk. Or commercial shot on the side means fewer product placements in my films. That way, commercial shooting seemed like a much more pleasant option. Yes, now that I think about it, there's a little something I could use your help with. Interested? What is it? It's been an age and a half since we last worked together. We shot tons of good films then, if memory serves, you quite enjoyed the process too. To try making a commercial together this time. They're quite different from films, but they have charms all their own. Oh, like in the gun event, yeah, the little movie-making minigame. That's right. Shuttle the needed material beforehand so you won't have to run around filming new scenes. All we need to do is add a little creative spice to the editing. This is post-production editing. If you need creative spice, you come to the right person. Great, in that case, come find me when you have time. Don't worry about the final product. I just want to do something meaningful with an old friend. If anything comes up with the sponsors, I'll handle it. Besides, commercials are meant to be interesting. Let us smaller muses and go with the flow. Who knows? Things might turn out better than we think. Following the synopses, select appropriate assets for each shot, and then compile them into a complete sequence and finish editing. By editing one with the synopsis, you can earn rave reviews. Once you receive a rave review, you'll no longer be restricted by the script limitations, enabling you to decide the total number of assets you use and experiment freely by creating final cuts or different lengths. Each asset can be used a maximum of 3 times for the same script. Visit the Assets Overview to browse all available assets and their corresponding lines. You can save the final cut after editing. The first cut you complete will be set to share by default. You can see final cuts shared by your friends in the editing records. You know, I like that even though it hasn't really been relevant since, in a real sense, they do mention every now and then that after the potion event, they're still actually selling the potions. That was a really fun event, honestly, for something that was theoretically filler in the sense that... Oh. The fact that the entire event was... all the minigames fed into the running a potion store thing was really, really cool. Did a good job with that. Vital Choice and Alchemical Potion Advertising Commission from the Knights of Favonius. Client hopes to focus their marketing on the importance of choosing the right potion. Let's see. Preparing. This is the one with Noel and Sucrose. Oh, and Timaeus. Okay, my dear friend, the work of editing has officially begun. Our first commission comes from the Knights of Favonius. They want us to produce an advert for their alchemical potions. It utilizes boldly contrasting shots to emphasize the importance of choosing the right one. According to my outline, we should first present the unsatisfactory results that arise from drinking ordinary potions, and use narration to tell everyone that this is an everyday occurrence. Finally, we can show the improved combat performance that results from drinking superior potions. I recommend you follow this logic when editing your first cut and see what it looks like and gather some client feedback. Of course, I back your artistic vision 110%, so feel free to edit the assets as you see fit. After all, this commission comes from the City of Freedom, so free and unfettered editing may be blessed by fate to produce unexpected results. And by the way, I hear that potions from Mondstadt can bestow inspiration. Do you think they can help me improve my filmmaking in the future? 1 to 4. Common. To 11. Wow. Takes a lot, actually. Interesting. So actually, it's kind of an ordering puzzle. Should be okay. See. Showcases Sucrose's concerns about the effectiveness of the ordinary potions, but at Noelle's insistence she chooses them all the same. When faced with rituals, the potions prove unsatisfactory, failing to improve Noelle's terrible state, causing her to perform poorly. That potion be okay? Don't worry, I'll be fine, I think. Potion, Sucrose, Noelle, rituals, and performance. I wonder if there's any flexibility in order. Ika. You look more friend. You look angry. Let me just check. Okay, they're all around Windrise, it seems, so... Can't repeat. I mean, you can, it's just a failure state. I was up too late studying, so tired. Let's see. Enemy. Let's make sure it's all the right place. Let's see. Oh, this is the right spot. Timaeus appears and explains that this is quite a common situation, suggesting that people select their potions carefully. Oh, it's funny how getting Dejavu yet. It's because this is happening all over months right this second. Next time it could be you. Unless you choose to accept no compromise. As far as his concerns, Noel reselects the best potions this time. Noel performs well when fighting the hill trolls. That potion be okay. For the best potion you've got. Potion seller, I'm heading into battle. Need only your strongest potions, Ika. Your mojo back today. Just Favonian brand potions for peace of mind and results you can trust. Conclusion, recommending that everyone opts for Favonian brand potions. Ready, oh, we've no stone unturned. Performs well, okay. This is the one, okay. Stone unturned, and... Let's see, she holds that pose, so it's gotta be a matter of the right location. Is this it? A vital choice. Like they've even got it voiced. Will that potion be okay? Don't worry, I'll be fine, I think. Mondai arimasen, tabu. Say. I was up to it studying, so tired. Didn't sleep enough. Getting Dejavu yet. It's because this is happening all over months right this second, and next time it could be you. Unless you choose to accept no compromise. Will that potion be okay? Only the best potion you've got. Ichiban ii potion onegaishimasu. Yaika. Right, I'll leave no stone unturned. Should have used your burst. Get your mojo back today. Choose Favonian brand potions for peace of mind and results you can trust. Sephiroth Kishidan. Mechanical potion. Free editing unlocked. Rave review. That absolutely blew me away. Who'd have thought the final cut would turn out to be so entertaining? That what real expertise looks like. Just want to see. If I swapped these two, would that break it? Because it would be pretty easy to confuse these, actually. Though plainly, the location's a little different. Oh, it's kind of stuck. In the end, it is same location. So it's just a little puzzle with basically ordering these clips. Okay. Basically, this is a reading comprehension test. Okay, so there's some degree of interchangeability. Alright. Okay. Alright then. Interesting. On to the next. What do dog have? Don't worry about the final product, just want to do something meaningful with an old friend. If it comes up with the sponsors, I'll handle it. Okay, so we actually do it from the menu. Okay, freeloading unlocked. The length that recuts will no longer be restricted. They are really giving out artifact juices a lot more freely. Huh. Wanmin, where life tastes better. An advertising commission from Wanmin Restaurant. The client hopes to emphasize the restaurant's quality food, reasonable prices, and a lively atmosphere. The copy was written by an unnamed Liyue poet. Oh, probably the boat gal close to Wanmin. Chief of Rock. Alright. Let's seize victory. Takes a decent amount of time to load. Our second commission comes from Liyue's Wanmin Restaurant. It's another advert looking to cook up new customers. They're putting people in the food. Honestly, expect it from Xiangling. To be honest, this one caused me a bit of a headache at first. I just don't know anything about Liyue cuisine. But as luck would have it, I ran into a kind-hearted Liyue poet who helped me pen a very catchy script. Now my friend might have trouble to edit this one to match the logic of that script. I must say, our good poet didn't seem too set in her ways, so I'm sure she wouldn't begrudge you a little editorial freedom. The decision is yours, and I look forward to seeing the final cut. So Global greeting customers out front. On the chef mouth sales pitch, which promotes Wanmin's restaurant's location. Oh, we got Shenhe here. Mouth-wateringly delicious dishes and excellent service standards. Huh. Glober. Rah rah rah. Chef Mao. Location and oh, you got all the friends. That's cute. Location delicious. I'm gonna go there with this time. And you do have to use all of them, okay. I wonder if they'll make a switch. And not mentioning the location at the moment. Cute. Got the Tao. Treating friends and family look no further than Wanmin restaurants. Our renowned chefs bring the very best with every bite. And our waiting staff will have to provide service with a smile. Oh, it's Shenhe's poetry. Oh, that's insane. To emphasize Wanmin restaurant's budget-friendly prices, they get a go-to choice for everyday dining. $5 to $7. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it's always cooking at Wanmin Restaurant. You'll be delighted by our hearty meals at affordable prices. So treat yourself to our home cooking any time of day. This was Xiangling's part of the pitch, emphasizing Wanmin Restaurant's fresh flavors and diverse menu, with things up with a collective endorsement from the crowd. Hungry for change? Discover new flavors at Wanmin Restaurant like slime. Our diverse menu is sure to have a dish with your name on it. Why settle for less when you could be feasting like a Xian? Wanmin, where life tastes better. Scenes footage of Guoba secretly slacking off and being caught by Xiangling. Right. Guoba, not again. This should be it. I did not expect Shenhe to be the poetrix. Treating friends and family with their food at Wanmin Restaurant. Wanmin-do. Somersault. The chefs bring the very best with every bite. The blank swan. The waiting staff will provide service with a smile. Breakfast lunch chefs always cooking at Wanmin Restaurant. Delighted by hearty meals at affordable prices. So treat yourself to our home cooking any time of day. Hunger to change? Discover new flavors at Wanmin Restaurant. A diverse menu is sure to have a dish with your name on it. Why settle for less when you can be feasting like a Xian? Our life tastes better. Autism be damned, my girl can write a poem. Guoba, not again. Guoba. Okay, should be good. We have review, need ads you should call. Traveler's name stands proud and tall. Good food, fine wine, a bustling hall. Perfect poem completes it all. Wonderful, marvelous, excellent indeed, and of course, still better with the poetry. Alright. This is not taking long at all. Okay. Invoke the path to victory. An advertising commission from Genius Invocation TCG. The client hopes to promote a new deck. This is the TCG commercial. Oh, you can see Shinobu. TCG commercial with Shinobu involved. Mentioned in the Mikawa event. Let's make this happen. Next commission is from Inazuma, the land where we first met. Looking back, if it wasn't for you in the nation of eternity, I'd never have fallen down the filmmaking rabbit hole. Thinking about it brings back so many memories. Apologies for going off topic. The client wishes us to advertise a new Genius Invocation TCG deck by focusing on the joyful atmosphere when a handful of friends get together. Creating such an atmosphere shouldn't pose such a problem for you. Anyway, just like before, if you have any other ideas, feel free to let me know. So with Arataki Itto handing out an allowance to the members of the Arataki gang, followed by a scene where they discuss how to spend it. Uh-oh. Here, your allowance. Okay, so these definitely don't have a determined order. Probably. Oh, I can buy my favorite novel? Maybe I should save it up. Try flavored skewers, anyone? To listen to their thoughts, Arataki Itto appears somewhat displeased, but the rest of the gang does not notice, happily working out how to use the allowance. This time, Ito's displeasure boils over, leaving everyone else feeling puzzled. Let me see. Angry, angrier. Forgotten what your allowance is for. Boss. Okay, actually. It's probably be... What order should this be in? I wonder if it matters all that much. I imagine it's just a matter as long as the right clips are in each bucket, it should be fine. Focus on Arataki Itto expressing his disapproval about how they plan to spend their allowance, suggesting it should be used for more suitable purposes instead. Wait. Spending. Forgotten what? It's for spending on a brand new Genius Invocation deck. Okay. 7 and 9. One's empty. Well then. Over Genius Invocation TCG advertising slogans, behind the scenes footage of Shinobu, expressing doubt about everyone's chances of success, reminding which of us is champion again. Genius Invocation champion walks the road to victory. Okay. Gonna do that probably. Let's see. Hopefully this is gonna work. This one is actually kind of ambiguous. Invoke the Pact of Victory. Your allowance. What are you? Cosca da? My favorite novel. Maybe I should save it up. Try flavored skewers, anyone? Sounds... Can I do that? Thanks, guys. I've got the gozaimasu. Oyabun. You forgot what your allowance is for. for spending on a brand new Genius Invocation deck. Genius Invocation or Champion blocks the road to victory. Remind me, which of us is champion again? And did we do it? Finally, huh? Just what I expect from a dear friend. Exactly how I wanted to be shot. Counting any to film next Beetle Brawl advert too. If only that could happen. You can tell, interestingly enough, is that aside from Timaeus, who was in Lantern Knight last patch, most of these characters are ones who had anecdotes, presumably so they could keep the actors in the studio. Focus on your future. A public service announcement commissioned from the Akademiya. The client hopes to warn new students to be careful in choosing their future academic focus. Darshan, it's not an attempt to get more students enrolled. Yeah, the Faruzan. But Faruzan being here, that's new. This next commission is, how should I put it? It's a public service announcement. 2 Faruzans. Definitely not an advertisement for new students. The purpose is to warn students to be careful in choosing an academic focus. Keep that in mind, try not to get distracted by a certain lead actor. Hatsune Miku. Naturally, you can explore other creative directions, so long as you manage to leave a lasting impression on the students who watch it. As another actor said to me, sometimes to cut is to create. This one is short Sado, and this one is actually on the shorter side. So I guess a scene was taken from this one and given to Xiangling. Constantly spoiled. Open with a scene where Faruzan is collecting her thoughts by her desk, swallowed by a messenger arriving with letters from students. Faruzan eagerly receiving the letters. Dot dot dot. Madam Faruzan Senpai, letters from the students. They finally decided to enroll. Let me see. First 2 letters that Faruzan received slightly declined her mentorship proposals. Feeling dejected by the hidden mention of the word focus in the letter, she then opens a reply from Clorinde. Thank you for your invitation, Faruzan Senpai. I've given this a lot of thought in the end. I think I'm going to focus on Kashara War. Miss the letter writer. Which is basically what she does, even though she's not in there. Which is funny. Sorry, Faruzan Senpai, I'm very interested in mechanisms of ancient texts. I'm stretched thin as it is. To focus on my other classes, respectful letter writer. Focus, huh? Sorry, Faruzan Senpai, but unless the itinerary for a little longer, letter writer from Gandharvaville. Faruzan's initial irritation gradually turns to acceptance. She reflects it's a good thing for young people to have a focus of their own. Angry. Seems like everyone's focused on themselves these days, but it's good to have a focus. Conclusion, advising everyone to carefully weigh up their options when choosing a focus so they won't add a feeling of regret. Folks, don't place all your yolks in the same punnet. Broaden your horizons and find a new locus for your focus. I'll kill this guy. Punnet? Yeah, it's just another way of saying eggs in the same basket. They gotta kill him. Focus on your future. I hardly know her. Da-da-da. Oh.
Faruzan Sensei.
Faruzan Sensei. Letters from the students. Sensei. They finally decided to enroll. Let me see. Join the class. Thank you for your invitation, Faruzan Sensei. Senpai. Came this a lot of thought. The end, think I'm gonna focus shower, earnest letter writer.
古代ギミックの文献解読についても興味はあるのですが、現在取り組んでいる知論派の研究がまだ道半ばで。
ごめんなさい、ファルザン先輩。私まだ師匠と勉強したくて。
Another Shisha for a little while. Seems like everyone's focused on themselves these days.
自分なりの道があるようじゃな。
自分なりの道、their own paths.
己の道があるのはいいことじゃ。
Word was more like a
人生
path or
の道は
road.
まさに道。くれぐれも悔いのない選択を。
Sintaku. It's something about cleaning, I think. Learning a new language, puns are always the worst part. There's been an increasing number of students come to see me. Was the Akademiya really telling the truth? Is it really an advert to attract students, or is it all down to the editing? Please subscribe to the Steambird, if you say so. Okay. So we got it all. I imagine there should be a final quest, because we got 10 primos from talking to him initially. Get 400 in total from the rest. What's the final one going to be? Battles Adventure Unbound Joy. Recruiting a mission with the tabletop trivia Clorinde. Client hopes to create an exciting professional tabletop adventure to attract more people to join their club. Interesting. I imagine this has to be at least partially a potion seller reference. Let me see. It's got to be... interesting. Voice. Regis Vine. Gotta be a potion seller thing. Okay. Just check. And... okay. Let's do this. A lot of them are apparently completely unvoiced in English. Sad, really. It's time for our final commission. This one's simple, a recruitment advert for the tabletop troupe. The client wants us to attract more hobbyists to their club by showcasing an exciting and well-run tabletop adventure. For an editorial expert such as yourself, a commission like this should be child's play. You know the drill by now. As long as you complete the basic requirements, you're free to work your creative magic. It's sad the cast seems a bit overqualified for a hobby club recruitment ad. A champion duelist, the president of Spina Rosa with a famous match will do, even Furina herself. To admit, I was quite nervous I found out who to be working with. This tabletop troupe is to cover some sort of secret sign, do you? I think there's a deeper meaning behind it all. It's kind of Marcia say. Kinda. Bennett showing up because we're gone. This is also a short one. It all went to the bondman. Okay. Okay. The scene revolves around members of the tabletop troupe taking part in an activity together. Guided by their game master Quinn, they encounter a merchant, a stone-shield crab blocking their path, and acquire Regis Vine guarding some treasure in that order. Navia, who is playing an adventure, will attempt to use persuasion in each encounter. Interesting. Merchant. Where's the merchant? Search for the Game Master Clorinde or search for the legendary treasures led you a Neuros merchant. Seems guarded. Questioning her could be tough. Can I use persuasion on her? I'm honestly surprised that... also, literal swordjack pointing. But, essentially... oh... using persuasion on everything. I'm surprised that meme's reached China. Convince her to show you the way, but suddenly a vicious stern-shield crab appears to block your path. Can use persuasion on it. Following a tip from the stern-shield crab, you at long last find the treasure, but standing guard above it is a cold and unforgiving crier Regis Vine. Can I use persuasion on it? I hope you get crushed. After Furina questions the idea persuasion can be used on plants, Navia responds by showing that she now has the Speak with Plants ability. She then goes on to roll a 20, successfully claiming the treasure. Yeah, Wait, sure we can't use persuasion on plants. Maybe not you, because you suck. Yeah, I can. I got speak with plants and look at that, a natural 20, but that'd be a spell, wouldn't it? Found the cry, Regis Fence sheepishly burrows back into the ground. The treasure is all yours. And after another, Winnie and Renette recite slogans for the tabletop troupe. Get together with your friends. Adventure awaits. Join the tabletop troupe today. Okay. Boundless adventure, unbound joy.
伝説の宝物を見つけるべく
Search legendary
歩
treasures
みを
led you a
進め
numerous
ていたあなた
merchants
たち
whose
は
guard question could be tough.
緊張した面持ちの商人を見つけた。彼女は何かを警戒している
Like
よう
how
だ。
they've animated it.
説得してもいい？
Can I use persuasion on him?
商人はあなたたちを旅の道へ
Answer
と
sure the way.
導い
Suddenly a
た。
vicious stone-shield crab appears to block your path.
とある恐ろしい剣順重工ヤドカニがあなたたちの目の前に立ちはだかった。説得して
Can
も
I
いい？
use persuasion on it? Oh my
剣順重
goodness.
工ヤドカニから
When you
得た
take
手
from
が
the
かりを
stone-shield
用い
crab, you won't find the
あ
treasure
なた
that's
たちは
standing
つい
guard
に
above his
宝物を
cold
見つけ
unforgiving
た。
cry Regis find.
しかし霊気を身にまとっ
It's
た給湯
interesting
樹が
that
その上に鎮座していた。
the game, quote-unquote, takes place in Mondstadt just like the persuasion on it.
ちょっと待った。
We eventually can't
い
use
くらなんで
persuasion
も
on
植物
plants.
相手に説得は無理がないかい？
It's like the core and story.
大丈夫よ。
I kinda got
今
speak
回
of
は
plants.
植
Look
物
at
タ
that
イラー
natural
のスキルを
20.
持ってるから。あ、ちなみに判定カードは20ね。
These are
いい
net.
だろ
Oh, the cry Regis found sheepishly
う。
burrows
恥じった
back
給
into the
湯
ground.
樹
The
は地
treasure
面
is
に
all
潜り込み
yours.
あなたたちに宝物を差し出した。
Worst kind of
自由な
player.
冒険
Get together with your
楽し
friends.
さ無限大
Adventure awaits.
ようこそ
Join a tabletop
テー
troupe
ブルトー
today.
クシアターの世界へ。
Okay. Ah, it's got... Yeah, Falcon Coast, because the Regis find. Not bad, both the narrative and execution were beyond fault. Even I struggle to find anything to criticize. Of course you would be criticized. We should behead Furina, too. Okay. And... fun, yep, afterward. Aside from filming, there are other things we can do together, like meeting for a meal. Good Hunter, Wanman Restaurant, that was the second one, Wambat's Tavern, Hotel de Bord, and the like. Coffee at Cafe Mutes might not be a bad idea either. Hi. Hat and Hat. Oh, my gallant adventurer friend, come the great editor good sir, that's commercial auteur to you, my friend. I'm glad you didn't find the filming boring. Some self-reflection would have been in order otherwise for spending your precious time together with something dull. Should have made it like Pokestar Studios and Block 2 White 2. Given you, you know, some dummy options or paths or something. Maybe. Me, we don't get many chances to meet. Tracking down a world walker like yourself is as challenging than pulling stars out of the sky. That is what the travelers are, after all. Sometimes, like now, I could bump into you in a cafe, but other times I could ask everyone about your whereabouts, still come up empty-handed. The good news is that I'm sure to hear a new, thrilling tale of dragon slayers. Your travels every time we meet. So our encounters are never boring, but the bad, well, we can never know if any given meeting might be our last. Come on, not that incorrigible, am I? So I'm about to see you more often. No. Alright, whatever you say. Morgraz will turn into one of those empty nesters you see in public service announcements. Old man. Almost done working with these commercials. After this, it's news that the grindstone will start work on my next film. Let's keep chasing our dreams even as we go our separate ways. I will. So let's have a meal to get somewhere together should you have the time. If you prefer not to dine in Fontaine, that's fine too. Good Hunter, Wanman Restaurant, Wambat's Tavern, and the like. And if you want to go picnicking or big game hunting, find a way to keep up somehow. Anyway, please keep in touch. Goodbye forever. And that's done. Okay. Yep, same description there, and we've done this. No quests right now. Well, there are hangouts I need to do, but still. Quest completed. Yada yada. Collect all this. Don't need any more, really. A lot of heroes' wits. Definitely punch that in for. Well, these are a couple of talent books now. Good amount of cash. Let me see what the... Got 159 rolls saved up. I shouldn't need to go in deep for Varus. Let's see what happens. In that case, then, poke around Quahacan. Also got a little bit of... Now that I think about it. Well. This area. A bit of Weasley. Quahacan and Ochkanatlan. Yeah, I can afford to go talk to the people and Nightwind first. That's fine. Yeah. Also want to scan the stuff around Relay, because I think I forgot to show that off last time. See what happens. Come on. Sure. Tolerable enough, team. And that was a... Is that health or a trash artifact? All these are just health. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. At this point, yeah, it's just... Auto swap. Very, very nice. Oh, just... talk to the people around the encampment itself. Nothing. Okay. Guess we can pick up the mushrooms. We can... Oh, that's right, because of the jump. And you don't have anything to say, it seems. How sad, really. Few dudes walking around down there, and I... Okay, cool. Can we run that jump? I'm gonna poke around the sides to make sure I don't miss anything of note in the process. Though, imagine there isn't really anything. And just... My way, the Wayfinder, don't worry. And right, you're from... People of the Spring. Say they're a friend, you free for a chat. Sure, hit me with it. Oh, that was quick. I like her style. Said I don't actually have much to talk about, so I know the Masters of that would come and go like the mist. Well, like the smoke. I knew this would happen even before coming over to see her. You know, I was worried at first that she might have been injured during the Abyss incursion, so I asked around. Turns out that she just took a few bumps. I learned a new instrument recently. I wanted to play it for her. If I spent all the time and waiting for her practicing, I'd definitely be on the road to becoming a master. Is that Sappho then, or... I mean, Relay? Playing the same tunes over and over is pretty boring. Maybe I should become a graffiti apprentice somewhere close by. My apologies, I've let myself get a bit carried away. You should get back to your business. It's fine. You're the patient sort. How good. That kind of temperament will make you lots of friends, and it's great. Life's all about time. Spending time with friends, share joys, and delicious food. That, and delicious barbecue beef heart skewers, commonly seen street stall barbecue. The crackling flames and sizzling sounds herald an imminent feast, igniting your craving for that first bite. The firmness of the thick hunks of meat and the abundance of savory juices that burst forth with every bite perfectly complement one another in a culinary experience that might be called bathing in barbecue bliss. So I have other things to attend to. I'll go ahead and then don't let me take up your time. I want to see... Go over to Citlali's house. Oh. What, if anything, will be... There now that we've delivered the books. Let's see, and... Get that over. Oh well. And... Observe. Sly novel sitting quietly on the table in pristine condition. Its new owner clearly hasn't been able to bring herself to read it. Choosing simply admire it. The area hasn't been intentionally wiped clean with not even so much as a speck of dust around it. Okay. Presumably not in the house then. Okay. Last time she was hung over. Take care of your health, please. Alright. Keep on going. I did not intend to climb like that. It's daytime now, which is nice. Bureau Maniac, lost on the courier. If only I knew it, I've asked someone with more experience to come along with me. Something the matter. Could say that. There's this letter that's really tough to deliver. The recipient is a traveling doctor. Oh, Aoife. So I've got to deliver it while he's here at the tribe. I don't know why, but it's almost as if this letter is cursed. It always seems to miss him by a hair. Wonder if it's going to get delivered when he comes out. I'm new to this whole career business, and my more experienced colleagues all assure me that beginner's luck was a thing. So they persuaded me to give it a go. We even made a bet. Do you think they were just messing with me? Maybe there really was no other way. True, they've all tried delivering it themselves, and you saw what happened. Goodness, I've just started this job too. Do you think I can handle it with my limited experience? Wanderer's advice. Will she what? Because he's new, yeah. It's the weakest experience book. To be honest, I don't really mind, as long as I can get this letter delivered. Okay, and again, nothing really around this pillar. Couple of the graffiti people. The Romaniac Graffiti Alliance Guru in Chief. Membership is expanded too fast. We have to think of a way to solve our expense problem as soon as we can. How do you do? Oh, a new face. You look like Neil. Welcome to the Graffiti Alliance HQ. It might just look like a normal house, but still. Looking for one or more of our members, we're right to inform you that a couple hundred of them are busy painting all over Notland, while others are busy managing their lives. You only visit HQ to pay membership fees or when seeking out technical assistance. Anyone from Notland you see holding a spray can and paint bucket is probably one of ours. If you want to visit, feel free to do so anytime. You won't find any of our Alliance members' exquisite masterpieces here, those are scattered all over Notland. May I join the Alliance too? Sure, henceforth you remember. Note your name down later. Don't look so surprised as you're testing your ceremony for new entrants. As long as you're interested in graffiti, you can join up. If you need any help, you can always ask your fellow Alliance members. Just remember to give a shout out to others once you're out there throwing up your mad masterpieces. The only paint we were able to do was some of the colored Moditude and that one Jackson Pollock thing. Expenses, 1,000 more at each person each year. That's what goes into training up new members of our Alliance. Let's run a ley line. Outsiders have told us that art from other places attaches great importance to heritage. So master work on only knows how many generations ago that person created this membership fee system. Put these dues towards buying lots of paint and spray paint tools so we can give keen joiners free lessons. Spread the popularity of graffiti and got more people into it. However, the fees haven't changed for hundreds of years. Nowadays, it's not enough to cover our expenses. Sounds like Costco hot dogs. Perhaps I could take some orders for portraits or some royalties and beef up our expenses fund. I'll leave you to it then. You're too kind. If you need anything, come find me anytime. What is interesting is that the gal over there, Dopey Dazzler, showed up in the first Notland patch as the main NPC for the mini event in question. But what's funny is that she loses her memory and stops recognizing us. Why is everything flammable on wood? I swear. Will explain why her dialogue does not take into account the event. So they don't really do that for anything other than a story quest in most cases. Acknowledge events. Okay. Dopey Dazzler, member of the Graffiti Alliance. Alright, once we finish the next graffiti piece, it's off to Frida's palette to try out new color combinations. Graffiti. It says paintings you see on cliffs, walls, and the ground everywhere here in Notland. It's our local art form. It's only popular here. Oh, it feels like I've seen you somewhere before. I can't quite remember where, though. Wonder if that's a residual effect of the accident before. I was painting a cliffside when I accidentally snapped the safety and hit my head in the fall. Brain damage. I was laid up in bed, my head all swathed in bandages for 3 months before making a recovery, and even now, I still feel pretty dizzy. What's funny is that that's basically the time between the first patch and the event she showed up and the release of this area. Take care of yourself. Sure, graffiti's key, but I should probably steer clear of accents if I want to make anything truly great. Sounds like Gambia really have advantages when it comes to high altitude work. I'm so envious. Putting aside all this stuff for now, you've gotten a radiant complexion, keen senses, distinguished temperament, and a sense of geniality. If you join this line of work, you'll definitely have what it takes to be the vanguard of avant-garde, rising star amongst graffiti artists. If you're interested, you can follow me, the Dopey Dazzler, and grasping the latest and greatest in trendy artistic thought. I'll teach you everything I know without reservation. Color combinations. Yeah, bold lines and visually stimulating colors are key to graffiti. However, my observations indicate that human eyes are more likely to notice larger blocks of vibrant color at a certain distance. That means we're first drawn in by a color before we consider its outline. Therefore, a combination of colors that leaves people feeling brighter with a single glance, full of vitality, even as crucial to how some graffiti grabs the eye. If you're interested in color combos, swing around for a chat anytime. Well, I shan't bother you then. All good, safe travels. Yeah, but exactly, that's why she doesn't recognize us. Okay. So we can get up to the top, but there's nothing special there. Oh, come on. Oops. That's not really climbable. Unpleasant. Jump's good. Forget being a shaman and a drunk. Citlali should join the NBA. Okay, gotta remember to do that. Challenge one more time, too. Yeah, and try it with Ororon, because he's actually better suited than Citlali is. Interestingly enough, and it's all just a question of hitboxes, which is interesting. Okay. And let's grab the mushrooms again. I don't know when they'll put out another character who uses these mushrooms. It's interesting, and not my problem. Right, that's for the flight school. I want to see. Let's fly through that Chasca ring again. Nothing really here, but let's see. Yep, and it pretty quickly just pops back into existence. Yeah, see, yeah. That's okay. Of course, nothing happens unless you're... No! Other characters can grab that too. I did not expect that. Honestly, that's a good thing. Let's go back then. Oh. Okay. Also talk to Biron. Around. Can I read this sign? Bulletin board. Travel announcement. Whether you're a weary traveler or a season returning guest and the eye is still moving, the Masters of the Night Wind bid you welcome. May you run and not stumble, may you walk in the night and not get lost. These words are just words. Words have the power to save or destroy, so please speak freely. Tourist message board, as ancient sages say, every mystery comes at a price. Can medicine cure all maladies? Can fortune-telling ameliorate all disasters? Watch out secrets that you cannot overcome by your abilities. Guests from beyond the Night Wind, remember not to ask about taboo mysteries lest you court disaster. When asking questions, be wary of making rash decisions lest you come to regret a wrong move too late. Yeah, be afraid of Citlali. Silken handwriting, Master Shikome, it's me again. A merchant from Fontaine, but I never feel like I have enough more. How can I get more than I can spend? As the ancient sages say, be ye not the sword, he lusts after unrighteous wealth. The subsequent text has been randomly crossed out. No, wait, I'm a fortune teller. What do you take me for? Orange from Augury. Investment bank? Could you please be a little more down to earth here? Or then I see what you're saying is that I should invest in geological and mining ventures. Yes, I get it now. Thank God I never said that. Don't take me so literally each time. Here to keep my promise. Thank you so much, Master Chikome. I made a make this time. You truly are a most efficacious sage. The acrid earnest increase for sure. Here's Master Ixim. The phlogiston powdering drew is incredible. Found it become popular. As soon as I got back to Fontaine, lots of people thronged around me. Thank you very much for the compliment, but I don't recall drawing you anything like that. I'm sure this is connected to me. Of course, it's related to you. As soon as I got off the aqua bus, I disrobed and displayed the pattern you drew to all forget humans. Even the Gardemek started chasing after me. Oh, it's something else. Good thing I'm a fast runner. Didn't let them take advantage of me. So it seems like being famous is a real hassle too. That's how should I put this? This has nothing to do at all with the Fugistan pattern. In any case, you really shouldn't be taking off your clothes in public spaces. Video Alliance announcement, whether it be ideas that come to you while meditating or motifs surrounding the sacred flame, they must be witnessed by the world. Break these conventions of silence, shelter this dull atmosphere, pick up your spray can, let the mountains and the people of the world hear your voice. Let them see your colors, let them know your choices. Come the voices of avant-garde, join the Graffiti Alliance today. Despite painting being a form of sorcery in and of itself, imaginative thinking will be very well received. But all the same, take care to avoid those most sacred places. Welcome to Itacon's Trove. This month's new stock, the case files of Miss Orith, The Nut and Cider Lake, and Mirage Warriors Special Collection Volume 7. If we don't have the book you want in stock, please place an order with us. If alright, if you don't know the book's precise name, we'll be happy to help you find it. Hope reading books can bring you happiness, and may their wisdom keep you from going astray. Corisia's message. Hello everyone, I'm a traveling painter from Mondstadt. Does anyone have any paint recommendations? You know, kind of gives that gilded golden finish. I hear it's called phlogiston or something. Someone's message, phlogiston engraving. Hey, it's not enough to have the paint for that. There's also a special brush you'll need to buy. Personally recommend a brush made of Kukasaurus feathers. It's durable and cheap. It's gotta be some kind of scam. Okay, I'll go get a brush. So buying a brush isn't enough either. What are you going to use to store the phlogiston? This stuff won't last very long without a receptacle. Again, this is fraud, tricking a gullible person. That's a good point. The palette will also need to be crafted from special materials. Okay, thank you everyone about all this stuff. So what about the paint? What kind of paint should I buy? Getting suckered in. Full 3-page one guarantee. I, Samil, am well aware that touching the feathers of a meditating Tomisaurus without permission is a serious offense indeed. I hope everyone learns from my experience it will not fiddle with the wings of saurian whelps out of curiosity. Definitely not try to feed them any Julian chilies. Thank you, Elder Twapo Puctus Tettle. And oh, that's Twapo, the giant Ectomisaur that you can see underground around here. Not minding my behavior and for not having me expelled. Worse than being killed, apparently. And please everyone, Tapano. Do not disturb saurian whelps while they rest, nor should you touch them willy-nilly like Mr. Samil did. Want to learn more about saurian whelp habits, you can ask Explorer Ororon. Explorer. So Ororon is just really into his herbal medicine research. He is not a greengrocer. It's kind of the opposite of the truth. Hornshroom Augury ad, a visitor from afar. If your eyes grown dim, maybe lost your way, come to the Hornshroom Augury and I'll lead you to your answer. Spoken handwriting. Mr. Master Chico Mexoshiro, a master from Montana, I would like to ask you where should go to find personal happiness. She's not a vague remoteness, but stop and gaze around you. Happiness may be found there, glittering bright like gold, and you're going to go to the bank. Thank you so much, Master Chico Mexoshiro. I understand now the more gleam in my pocket right here is the source of my happiness. Indeed, it was right beside me all along. The guiding moonlight. Even though any normal person could see, that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm so glad that you're happy. You can repeat, yep. They have started repeating, so we've seen everything. Okay. Cool, and you can see the moon shards there. It has started repeating them. Okay. Suseru Zenkai. And here is... Your eyes over there, right? Let's make it daytime, just in case. Very rarely is daytime can have fewer people. Let's see. And talk to all of you guys. Tezozo. Should I go ask Shipui for some more? Some more what? Handicraft material, of course. Shipui is awesome at that stuff, and would have the art too, but he gave me all sorts of strange materials, telling me that it's more interesting if I found my own way to put things together. And yeah, it's been an interesting time. I've just got too many ideas and used too much material. Lose some at times too. Before I knew it, this is all I was left with. Appreciate what you already have. Well, I guess you're right. Should make the most of what we have before considering anything else. It's said that these are fruits grown from liquid phlogiston. Probably spinel fruit. I don't think I can use them properly for now. So you take them, remember to put them to good use. Nice. See you around. I sure guess to try other materials. Not well, the witch doctor. Sorry if I need to clear out some mental detritus before I head down to the clinic. Mental detritus, and to direct help by mental alone would that be easier to understand. Many people gain greater self-awareness or deeper knowledge through meditation. I'm not looking for anything quite so profound. All I require is inner peace. Something troubling you, know that sometimes helping others with their treatment is no different from becoming an active part of their lives. It's especially true for those who have chronic illnesses, such as those afflicted with abyssal corrosion. In such cases, I regularly compile medical reports keeping a running record of their condition. Such it is inevitable that I occasionally find myself dwelling upon such thoughts. This can have negative effects on my own health. It is hard for doctors to cure themselves, though, so I can hope for some temporary freedom of my mind to those troubles through meditation. And I wish you luck. Thanks. Who else is around here then? And this might be the bookstore. Can't read that. Shipuli. As long as we achieve our goal, it's a harm in trying something new. Do you mean? So I'm an artisan who's opened a small store here. Everyone says that items created with the masters and Ironbeard have special effects, which is why business has been going well. The trick is to first ask customers not what they want, but what they want to do. For example, if someone wants to make a gourmet food detector, I'd suggest that they stay close to the person who they know loves eating the most. Simple principle, Then what about your business? That's not how it works. Think about it. How would even make a gourmet food detector anyway? Rather than say that I can't help them at all, isn't it better to find some other way to help a client solve their problem? A charlatan. Makes sense too, and that's right. They should be at least one of you. That's collective of plenty colors, I think. Put that down. And okay, there was another Oculus on top here. Okay, now I see. Go and grab that. Right up in the chimney. Okay. Wait. Then if it's not here. Oh, it's on top of the little ledge. Okay, that's fun. Oh well. Gets you close, but not all the way. Oh, we can use natural transmission. What be? Well, there are what time is it now? Noon or evening? Are you blind? Well, right. So I saw me have a look around first, so going so it's this late, huh? Don't worry, I'm fully awake now. It's just meditating back there, that's all. Oh, another slacker. In the sky, the positions of the sun, the moon, and the stars, they aren't just randomly scattered like the rain, fruit, and soup. Kind of a hominy kind of thing then. Of course, I've also heard that some people like to find fortunes with leftover tea leaves or coffee residue. Well, sounds like child's play to me. These tea and coffee taste good, right? Sure that they do, and I love them too. Great way to jolt yourself awake. And speaking of which, I'm getting sleepy again. Wait, no, I mean just go meditate again. Chat again and get the chance. Alright, see ya. Lazy. Look up at the sky. Alright, yes, the skies tell all. If you say so, and I believe the 19th, so 12 more oculi in the current areas, and then we'll have everything before next patch comes around. It is interesting, yeah, that Scorchwood is in Tezcatlipoca rather than Quahacan, but again, Quahacan is quite small. Grandmother, oh my god. Take me up. Just see. Nothing around here, really. Again. Scaretta. And seen all this more or less. Sucks. None of you have anything to say. Wow. Not much for words. Can we... You are not an enemy, and we cannot use transmission on you either. You don't talk. Ixin. You're the Phlogiston inscriber. Okay. No turning back at Tapano the Guard. That's so relaxing, with no one messing about here. Is there anything of note nearby? Oh, you locate. Interesting. Okay. You locate deposits. Can't think of anything with matching. The scenery is pretty nice. Yeah, because they got an NPC for each tribe, but not all of them have active deposits on each day. In a good mood, I see, you bet. As long as there aren't any large-scale abyssal assaults like that one before, patrolling around the Masters of the Night One might just be the easiest thing there is. Now that assault was stopped, thank goodness a whole bunch of friends from outside came to help out. Usually the people in a tribe are either impossible to find or holed up indoors. A few not very intimidating monsters that are in the area can be easily beaten using prepared focus engraving traps. Oh, like the... So that's why they have all the explosive barrels scattered around. They've got explanation for that. Ah, the main thing I've got to do is keep reckless outsiders from disturbing the Tomasaurs. Got their bad side and their tempers are no joke, I'll tell you that. Get sucked into a dream. Calming people down requires skill. Very true. Some Sortons are just too stubborn. Last time someone touched an Tomasaurus' feathers without permission, they ended up writing a 3-page apology. Right, and that was one of the entries on the bulletin board back there. Yeah, they got connections to all sorts of things. Again, I understand why they don't put in new open world treasure chest 3-star weapons, but it really does add flavor. Kind of wish this would show up. Again, because we've only gotten a few sort of staff-type poems to begin with, like Homa, and then the Caduceus from the Potion Event couple. Last year. About exactly a year ago at this point, I'd say. Be interesting. Some people have wanted, and I do kind of agree, a poem character who wields their spear like a magical girl staff. That'd be fun. Notice the apology even made sense of the Sorton, but I guess that just goes to show the price of acting on impulse, huh? We got Kindling. It doesn't really have a connection. The dialogue, usually they connect it better. See ya. Okay, and Lisa and Beetle, so collective of plenty and flower feather. Need to weave in fate. This is Genshin, not fate. What do you mean by that? Saying you're here at the Masters and I wouldn't have your fortune told as well, right? Oh, you mean that? Yeah, of course. Plan to start farming on a new field near my place, because exactly, he's from the volcano with all the fertile volcanic soil coming out in a week, actually, getting added. There's 2 plots of the land there, and that to my look the same, so I'm not sure. Planning on seeing, you should be able to get something good going either way. Honestly, ask Ororon. Instead of that, you mention it. Speaking of that, what sort of fortune are you trying to have told? Flying practice. I've been training for a good long time, just want to know when's the best takeoff time for an easy pass. I do think that depends more on wind direction and your skills, so now they mention it. So one of the people around here should be selling books, but it's not you. You don't have anything to say. Can't really go inside here either. No chess. Extend the Phlogiston inscribers, so you're kind of connected to graffiti then. Whether you're looking for something serious or something casual, you were also mentioning the bulletin about the guy who painted one of your designs on himself and then took his clothes off. What do you mean by that precisely? I'm referring to the content of Phlogiston engravings. Its pattern has its own unique meaning. Some are just graffiti pure and simple, which is what I mean by casual work. Others have a more profound meaning and can produce actual effects that these I'd call serious. So the other Phlogiston inscriber we've seen was over in the Geo tribe, Children of Echoes. Kind of surprised that anyone other than the Geo tribe to be working with the gems, but those are the minority. I don't recommend that you carry a symbol way down with too much meaning on your person. Graffiti is a much more popular form of Phlogiston engraving, and the satisfaction and fulfillment it provides far outweighs any practical uses. I don't have much to say then. People have any quest connection, but not right now. Alright, you stay safe now. So some of the people, there should be some bookseller around here, and also, you know, while we're at it, let's go over and redo that challenge with Ororon as our character. Another bulletin board. Not now. Swing over then. Right over this way. It's all about collecting coins, so we want a nice big hitbox, and that is what Ororon is for. Big hitbox. Put you in. It's not a team I'm using for anything. Then again, not like it matters much what I'm using, but let's go for it. Okay. Oh, forgot to actually put the team in. Done this before, but yeah, your big hitbox. Good at collecting coins, beats in. Jump from high places to everyone. The spot where you land remains key. That's why this warrior's challenge is set up. No matter how happy you are, you've got to watch your step. Give it a go, Outlander Warrior. Already gotten a max score. Let's get it again. Leap to the peak. It's peak. Done this before. Let's see how this goes with Ororon's big hitbox. We're better for these purposes than Citlali, that's for sure. Well, now that's nimble. Yep, and you can position yourselves right here and collect them both once. Both sides. Citlali has some trouble again because she is smaller. Lie down carefully. There we are. And now we just run around and grab them all. Okay. But of course, Squad makes the world tough. Let's go and grab that. Looks like you might be able to finish all the challenges after all. Can't wait to see it. And here, actually, if we were using the actual Saurian, hitbox would be a little too big. It would easily hit the balloons and also went far to one side. But Ororon has just the right balance to easily be able to collect and also not hit. Scan that to get a better jump. Here we are. Impressive, nice moves. Thank you. Hey, we're almost at the finish. Hey, the finish line is just look, it's right above you. Collect that, and Ororon actually goes a good deal higher here. As you can see, if I was using Citlali, it should be a bit low, and also a little on the smaller side, a bit harder to collect those two parallel rows. And that's another perfect score in that little jump and challenge. Thank you, Ororon. Finally, something where you beat your grandma. Yeah, because this gliding position, it's a little lower in terms of collecting those coins. She's not as good at it. What I want to see is... let's scan this and put a gust of wind down. I wonder if that's going to do anything of note. Again, let's make it daytime so we can actually see a darn thing. This big natural archway. When you see the very unnatural floating rock. It's a bit like some Summer Desert, actually. Let's read the bulletin board. Trouble announcement. Every trouble matter of importance will be written here about proofread. If a request you make may also be written down here, everyone should check it regularly to avoid work delays. However, remember the ancient decrees know that words are only words. When glory is to do deeds, that should be written up. And wisdom is to write of wonders to be done. Continue reading. The ancient sages say all gifts come with a catch. Poison in a golden chalice is still poison, and so all upstanding souls should stay on guard. Such is the nature of spirit immersion. Immersing oneself in a spiritual object without the requisite sensitivities is akin to submerging oneself in water, or even learning to wade in hell that teach anyone to swim. Spirit immersion, the only thing I can really think of is the tapestries you can find around teleport you, as well as the... oh, goodness. When we initially got sucked into a dream by the big elder Ictomisaur at the start of the special quest for the area, it's precisely due to such great perils that this method was declared forbidden hundreds of years ago. Be careful not to endanger your own life. And that's Citlali, Itli, which basically means obsidian. It means obsidian. So what's enough? I'll turn whoever gets themselves into trouble into stone to chuck them right outside my door. You'll be alive at least. I'll treat you once I'm in a better mood. She cannot actually do that. From Augury announcement. Notification: the store owner has decided to embark on a long voyage in search of inspiration and enlightenment. Its funds from Augur will hereby be permanently closed. Its reopening date will be announced at a later date. The reason that was done was just because people took their advice column too literally. Spoken handwriting, I see Mr. Shikame said before that we shouldn't take things literally, so what this means is that we should broaden our investment horizons into something like tourism, because everything they said got taken as investment advice. Get out of here, you. I understand. We'll get going. I'll make investments based on your oracle right away. Oops. All about money. Message just picked up some sparkling gold shards while on the road before. They didn't look like obsidian, but smelled like some kind of strange grain. There were some serious letters written onto them too, so that would probably be one of those ancient name tokens. I think those are Khoton grapes or something like that. I've looked through the old classics, but never seen anything like that. Is anyone familiar with that sort of gemstone? Ready to pick them up? Quite a ways off the beaten path, I think it was near the High Priestess Citlali's residence. See if this is something that causes people to lose their minds, take nonsense, they even start dancing strange jigs. This craftsmanship can be traced back to ancient times. Don't touch it and don't drink it either. What do you mean, don't drink it? Anyway, if the High Priestess rituals implements a better return than her. It's probably just for alcohol, because she's an alcoholic. No, absolutely not. It's got nothing to do with me. Just find a random place and chuck it out. Children of Mictlan hear my voice, and that's the tribe. Interestingly enough, Mictlan is, if I recall correctly, one of the Aztec underworlds. Forging an ancient name is an arduous task, but earnest hearts will grant him their blessing. The sacrifice will be acknowledged by the wild. Each act of devotion will be remembered by the Night Kingdom. Oh, so this is probably Yohwal Tekutin, the non-bodied god of the sort of not-one underworld who we encountered during the story. I know that the wiki, I believe, mentioned that she put some anonymous messages on some of the bulletin boards after you do the end of Not One's Archon quest. The members of companions give him his name and the traces of his journey, tell his story. Ask everyone, are there any good ways to relieve stress besides meditation? And that would be the witch doctor psychologist over here talking about is meditation. My mental load has been heavy recently, so I can be generous with your advice. Many thanks. Probably can advise drinking. The person's message. Never seen a taste like yours before. How about this? You go find Master Mawa, who is a well-trained witch doctor. Tell him your symptoms, and he should be able to treat... Oh, this is literally just the... But doctor, I am Pagliacci. Go see the great clown Pagliacci. Can't believe they referenced that. That's crazy. Thanks for the suggestion, but I don't think that's going to work. You see, I am Master Mawa. It's a very deep cut. I think that's a... It's a Robin Williams joke, right? Let me see. Who's the Pagliacci joke from? That's... That is the... Wait, no, that's from Watchmen. Oh, that's funny. I should actually read Watchmen. You should know that tribal affairs contain certain taboos, act in line with their strictures, and never do anything presumptuous. Let me see. Got one bulletin board. Let's see the trivia. And it... Tribal affairs bulletin board. And the... Yeah, it mentions the Pagliacci joke, exactly. Remember to never strike with your hands anything made out of obsidian, especially the sacred pill and the uncarved stone. Childish handwriting, correct, it's obsidian imbued with mystical powers. If you hit it too hard, it'll lose that spiritual element. With myself laughing over here, what do you think obsidian is? Some kind of precision gear. Say, Citlali, just put a curse on the stone so other people are messing around with the materials. So you think you're all that just because you know Citlali? What curse are you even talking about? You don't even understand the basic properties of obsidian. So what is there to even debate? It's probably Ororon, unrefined but not childish. The application is sympathetic spellcraft. You listen close, you don't know the principles behind taboos and curses. You two are squabbling like kids. Clarification, there's no complicated reasoning behind this rule. Obsidian uses very sharp edges, and it would be bad if anyone got caught. What I will say is, some of the enemies and some of the NPCs wield actual Mako Beetles, and again, it does make me kind of sad that we didn't get any kind of 3-star chest weapon, because a Mako Beetle would be such an obvious choice. We did get the 4-star Battle Pass Mako Beetle, but one, it's not really a Mako Beetle until it sucks, so... Since the Master of the Night Wind, the cries of the drums echo through the night. Now is the time to recall the oath sworn by our ancestors. Whosoever has the strength to help a neighbor, whosoever knows sorcery is stronger than medicine, must help the other tribes our ancestors once did. This pitch-black disaster brings not their fatal end. High Priestess Citlali is already departed. Follow her, we shall not fall behind. Well, have we gotten them all? Okay, so this should be, yeah, after we've beaten the story. Shores of the Masters of the Night Wind, the long night wind has ceased and dark calamity has been cleansed. Now is a time for celebration and remembrance to honor the heroes and warriors to whom we owe so much. May the hero's path be straight and smooth, may the warrior's body be as unyielding obsidian. Diamond's better, though. May the world never again face calamity's scourge, may peace last eternal as the Night Kingdom. And is that all? Yeah. Yep, so we've seen this all. Okay. Go in here, that's one of the tapestry portals, and... Okay, so here are the books. Amazoli. Amazon? Order Itacon's Trove. If they were welcome to Itacon's Trove, I'd like to browse your wares. Just so you only know it's delicious and have you eaten much, you want to know your books after you've read broadly. Get a bunch. Fires of Autumn Twilight, Woven Scroll from the Flower Feather Clan. Seems like it consists of what were originally 2 separate stories from different eras that were then merged together at some unknown time. Wonder what that might be referencing. 2, 3. Men of Lithin. Fantasy novel doing the rounds among the tribes of Notland that is said to be translated from a popular work by the reputedly famous Fontanian author Xianyun. The Notlandese who have visited the court of Fontaine, however, been unable to find the original, nor has anyone managed to find a local who's ever heard an author named Xianyun. So this is, a lot of people are trying to find lore, get references, but because this is an incredibly deep cut, this is almost without a doubt a reference to... Big thing is that it seems to have a connection to the narcissistic rights Ordo, who... Evil NPC faction of Fontaine in its world quests connected to the real-life Rosicrucianism, Hermeticism, also Alistair Crowley's AA, as well as... And then Theosophy. It's a big Theosophy reference, and the Theosophists who... eventually, arguably, had They became Anthroposophy, kinda. That was an offshoot led by a guy named Steiner, who invented Waldorf schools, but also inspired the Nazis in some ways, so... Yeah, think of that the next time you see a Waldorf school. Frankly, I'm not sure how often people see Waldorf schools. You know, I found out about one when I was a kid in San Francisco as a kid, but I don't know if anywhere else is as woo-woo enough to have a Steiner school. But big thing is the Theosophists. There was a book they liked by a guy named Edward Buller Lytton, or Lytton, which is... Lithin is probably a joke reference to Lytton, but he had a book called Vril. Well, it's called The Coming Race, and then, or Vril, The Power of the Coming Race. And I'm not going to read this whole in-game book, but it's almost certainly a Vril reference, which I've checked to see if anyone has picked up on it, and no one has picked up on it, which is crazy, actually. I mean, it is, again, a pretty deep cut, but... Yeah, the wiki does not reference Vril. Fine by me. And Dragon Bolt Chronicles. Like the entire Fires of Autumn Twilight series, and yeah, we just bought books, that's all. Achievement of Seeing. The gaze of a traveler looks upon all like a light. Oh, it's a tablet of Tona. Your impression of things will someday resurface in your mind in vivid, intense color. Okay, cool. Yeah, we had to beat the Ororon quest to get Pyro and then buy the books. It's basically nothing. Okay. So tell me about this trove, Itto. It's a good name. I read in a book of legends, but the details of the account escape me nowadays. Still, I recall that its own owner was a figure of much wisdom. Itto. Reference to... The wiki does not say. Oops. Wisdom comes in many forms, printed on paper, woven upon cloth, and even spread by word of mouth, and that's why I named my store after them. It's very important indeed. The great Tomasaur's elder's full name means here the short misshaded clause. My mind Amazoli means online store, means ancient collection of texts. So here I am running a bookstore. You know, Amazon was originally just a bookstore. Crazy to think what happened eventually. F. Jesus. So Shins can get a glimpse into fate in their dreams, all things of a trail you can follow. I just remember when I read Percy Jackson as a kid, one of the one-off jokes they had is that Amazon was run by actual Amazons. Okay, see ya. See my wisdom keep you from the wrong paths. Nothing nearby then. Couple you, Clarissa and Shalapa, expert on paints and a painter. Ah, you had a bulletin board too. What do I do? I've gone so far over budget and now I can't get all the paints I really needed. That has happened sometimes, doesn't it? When I was younger, I would often travel across Nalwan in search of inspiration. Each time I discover something unexpected. And what we do if we were in my situation, Granny? So when I come here and try out different paints, I wound up buying a whole bunch of new easels, canvases, and drawing brushes. Because everyone on the bulletin board was either pranking her or trying to sell her something. Scammers. Not only have I not bound any paints yet, my wallet's already kind of empty. Why don't you try earning a bit back through painting commissions? That one's an ancient plant, but other styles of art are always welcome here. It's a great idea, thanks, Granny. I'll consider it. Kind of throwaway dialogue. Kind of wish you could buy something. You've stolen your chair. Sucks to suck. Let's get out of here, and this is still there, so... Let's go around and see. And... The word for our checking was a music disc. That's fun. Isn't really a good tracker for the ones we haven't gotten yet. Big thing is that if I recall correctly, this is a bit of a bother. It doesn't really assign the music tracks to the numbers when you use the music player in the teapot, to my knowledge, which is something, I suppose. And oh, you got stuck. I don't like that. You're gonna fall down, and this is gonna be annoying too. Just stay in place, actually. Up on up. Oh, alright. Again. Thing around then would be to go up this spiral. I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything here, but... Let's give it a once-over just to check. And that's right, we should change the party back now that we've... One thing I was using Ororon for is that challenge, because he was good at it. but let's see. Surfboard Kasoka. And again, you don't have anything to say, but again, you're from there. Flying tribe nearby. Again, what is interesting, and the game does talk about a missing 7th Lost tribe, which is probably the tribe that got, you know, enslaved in the comic and sent to, you know, from fantasy Afro-Latino land to fantasy monster. But it's not like it makes light of it. It's, you know, slavery is not portrayed as good or excusable, but it's interesting, I suppose. But a 7th tribe, and then they became the knights there. You've got tribes for every element except for Animo. Marajavari, which they talk about a lot in Modset, is notably a windless land. It's very interesting that the Flower Feather Clan, despite being a Pyro tribe with a Pyro sort of associated super enemy, also has flight as its ability instead of something more characteristic of fire. It's interesting how that was decided, I suppose. It is what it is. Let's keep moving, and again, nothing really around here. That gust took me up a lot higher than I would have expected. Oh. Okay. Nearby, but that's... Get up around here, and... Do you have anything to say? You do not have anything to say. Really, it was with... Oh... Inazuma was the last time where pretty much everyone had something to say. Samara, they started putting people in who were just... No, Samara, really. So I'll do a crazy amount of NPCs just chatting and chatting and chatting. Then with Fontaine, really, they started having people be throwaways so they didn't have too much throwaway dialogue. Let's see. Daddy doesn't have time to play, so I'll have to go hang out with the baby Saurians instead. Dad's a busy man then. Not at all. He goes to rock around our encampment with his chest puffed out. Tells me not to make too much noise around the Saurians, but he just wants me to stay at home and do homework all day, every day. Sure would be easier for him, huh? And for what he thinks I'll play ball with not playing ball, he's got another thing coming. Go play hide and seek with the baby Saurians. That'll be some kind of warrior, right? It's so hard to beat too many swords at hide and seek, if only there were some petless swords nearby instead. Just go on the ground. What about your mother? She's a doctor, so she's super busy. She's often at work, and she even brings delicious food back home. But whenever she's not out, she takes me to see Citlali. She's right here. Mom always brings Citlali cabbages, grain fruit, and herbs. After that, she gets Citlali to teach me some classes and give me some homework. Her homework is always so hard, you know what? Come to think of it, it's best that adults stay busy. Cute. Okay. But again, nothing much left around here. Can't really go inside these houses. Well, you never really were able to, but yeah. So see... To get up... Spiral kind of here. Got this. Just comes rock. At this point, yeah, you're supposed to jump up. Again, it really is a question of... No one's gimmick was movement. What are they going to do for Sneznaya, or given that it looks like they're going to have 6.0 be... You know, not Sneznaya, but a Node Cries a sort of separate preview region. Is the gimmick going to be movement, or something else entirely, or what, really? I think there was one over here that we got previously, so... Just want to go down and talk to the people in the actual underground cave with the big totem. We can reach that physically. So let's do that. The big thing that I've seen is that, you know, for a game that really is just, you know, press normal attacks or skills and hit things until they die. Varus, the coming next patch with the Volcano, has some degree of actual combo mechanics. So it's not impossible that, you know, deeper combo combat, maybe parries, because this patch's event also had sort of story boss encounters that brought back the parry mechanic that's been used sometimes. And that would be a fun gimmick. The parry that's been used a few times, the perfect evasion that was used for a single sort of bonus optional boss encounter around here. Perfect dodges and parries, especially since they use that in ZZZ. It could be fun. Bring it back to this game. Toltec, very good, very good. Good mood I see. Indeed, everything's looking up. It's quite astounding, really. You know, we have plenty of tribes who help escort Itomisers, read the trends of the loyal ones in Phlogiston, including me, one of the better spoken ones. The ones who are known and never been as healthy as this, to be frank. Every day I wake up and wonder if I'm not still dreaming. You know that hero from Citlali, or should I say Conria, a debt of gratitude and of the utmost respect to the Capitana, who as of right now is dead. See what happens. Excuse me, of course it's not just the Abyss that affects the ley lines. It's still work that must be regularly undertaken. What's interesting is that they've delayed the sort of drip marketing they do on Twitter of the next patch's characters when each patch comes out to about a week after. But this time, they're also delaying the beta, because for 5.3 and 5.4, we actually got the characters shown in beta before they got officially announced, which is crazy. So this time they're delaying the beta to harmonize with the announcement, because, you know, when you can see the new characters when the current character banners are up, that does impact sales, so they say. So they're delaying it to, you know, not kill the hype as much, which, whatever, I suppose. I roll for everyone, so for me it's just about pre-farming. So work that must be regularly undertaken. Because we still have no idea who's coming in 5.6, which is crazy. This time last year, we knew everyone who's coming for the rest of the Fontaine patch cycle. Thinking about graffiti again, are we? How should I have expected no less from one chosen my elder Tupayo? The big sword, he saw straight through me at a glance. Graffiti is the kind of art style that really requires natural talent, I evidently don't have. To throw out the perfect match space to showcase the arc of both the Leylands and Phlogiston. To do something like that, of course, there are plenty of fields where graffiti can be used. Most people just don't consider them as all. Within scrolls, stone carvings, graffiti, these are all media used to keep records and express oneself. In the hands of someone talented, they can certainly play roles as positive as they are unexpected. And, sorry to bother you, no, it's okay. What I find interesting is that the big questline for Nightwind and the big questline for Flower Feather were sort of interesting counterpoints in that this one was all about sort of leadership trying to preserve tradition, but also keep with the times. And this quest was all about, you know, battle leadership trying to totally discard tradition to move on and throwing the baby out with the bathwater, which is interesting contrast.
Yeah.
And so this is the portal that would take us back to the big house. No issue. After we bought that book. And let us talk to some of these individuals. And I see you got Twapo. Enormous Atomisaur stands majestically, sometimes glancing over the flickering flames. So to really talk to, we need to go in. Oh, right, they can light those another kind of staff. That could be a 4-star weapon, honestly. Call him the High Priest. Good damn, the High Priest, the Master's now. Can I help you with something? The High Priest. Please don't expect too much from this title. Your High Priest is just a priest with more experience. It's more than one High Priest, and High does not refer to any kind of status or ability. So I don't mean to shirk any responsibility by saying this. I'm just doing this in hopes that visitors will get a general understanding of our tribe. Let's get back on track. Come see me if you need any help from us. And they're afraid of Citlali because they are truly just small fry in comparison. We meet again. So the one the prophecy spoke of. Welcome back once again to the Obsidian Altar. Please relax and stretch your legs just as you would when you travel the world. Tribes folk don't often engage practically with foreigners, so you might earn yourself quite a few curious looks. Please don't worry, you might know a few tricks that are difficult for foreigners to get, but trust me, we don't have any line-of-sight hexes or anything like that. Can't believe you're not a D&D beholder. Not at the moment. That's good, that's good. Again, the movie event that I did earlier had one that was all about, you know, he had to arrange clips to movies that was all about just players who try to use persuasion on everything and rolling a natural 20 and getting stupid results. Here I'm Chief of the Masters of the Night. Back when I used to really run D&D, philosophy I had around natural 20s was not something great happens, but just the best possible result for the line of inquiry you undertook occurs. So that would mean, you know, you try to persuade someone who hates you, and they just don't say anything instead of shooting you in the head. All oracles have their omens and signs, but not all questions can be answered straight away. Hello there. Hello. Welcome to the land of Masters of the Night. I'm the Tribal Chief Biran. Most people who visit come with questions they like answered, but I tend to leave them stewing a little while longer before they ask. Exploring secrets and revealing fortune leads to results of a sort. These results are exactly what the relevant prophecies reveal. Such that those apt to know secrets bear additional responsibility by nature. Frankly speaking, people who keep secrets are more likely to be healthy and live longer. That's one of the universal laws of nature, because you don't betray anyone and get killed. I imagine. And we meet again. So you're the one who can distinguish colors. Rainbow with 7 colors, but those are still not enough to weave a woven scroll. I suspect your tale will add more colors to history, thanks. Rather laconic. Goodbye. Goodbye, may your heart be free from doubt. Okay, cool. You got anything else to say? That fire also does not deal damage. Tupayo over there, we can actually talk with you when we're in Saurian form, which is nice. We have gotten max level here, so there's nothing left to do. Steep. Well, there's I was just meditating. Did I miss anything about my reputation with the Masters of the Night Wind? Yes, thank you for your assistance. May you never be lost amidst the mists. Kinda rhymes. Hello, what is this place? This is an obsidian totem pole. Obsidian is quite common here in Notland, though, so we often shorten that to totem pole. I know what you're thinking. I don't think there's any kind of causal relationship there either, but that's what the guard who was posted here before told me. Now, I had my doubts, but it was a new guard and all at the time. I didn't voice them. I suppose it's just an old inside joke, which, for the record, I don't find funny. So I'll just tell the same story to whoever my future successor is going to be. It might be interesting to how long something as meaningless as this can be passed down. Interesting. Museums are like that sometimes, too. Have you thought of any kind of answer? Answers must be preceded by questions, I'm afraid. And to be honest, I found that my thoughts have already run off to some distant place where we can never come up with worthwhile questions. Strictly speaking, this defeats the purpose of meditation, which might be why I'm a guard and not the chief. Not that this is a bad thing, I mean, our tribes got no shortage of eccentrics, so we can just leave the important duties to them while I do my own job. Yeah, you're good. It's good, thank you. I mean, see you and stay safe. So, when next patch comes around in... Oh, about 4 days, actually. Yeah. Volcano comes around, the 6th and final tribe with Reputation will come around, and then we can finally C6 travel to Yolotli. Hello, did Mr. Toltec ask to come find me? No, nope. I see. Did I seem a bit nervous here? Sorry about that. Think is a message from Mr. Toltec. If he needs a new commission to investigate the ley lines, but I'm afraid I'm not ready to go out there quite yet. There are many mystical arts that need learning materials and must be prepared in advance. My land perception is mediocre. So need sword and help for that. Ectoma swords aren't the type to scout for walkies with humans. Need to prepare lots of gifts. No, actually the opposite, really. If all Ectoma swords despise when other creatures try to use their abilities for selfish gain, they won't be so easily brined. Before inviting them, you smell their etiquette and state the purpose for which you require their help. Their sharp rod is all get out, so there's no point trying to fool them. Okay. See, challenge is what we did. Oh, I did not meet up. Okay. And we're stuck in that again. This is where the big orange color over there was a special color of the tapestry made by Citlali's friend the sorceress. I'll leave you to it then. Splendid. Thank you. So is anyone else in here gonna say something? Don't quite think so. Nothing else in here really to see. I'm gonna break out of here as part of the intro quest line for the area. You don't have anything to say. It is a pocket dimension. So let's grab an Ectomasaur and talk to Tupayo. What's nice is that the Ectomasaurs are just crazy because they're basically big owls. Actually have the fastest, just strictly speaking, just walking land speed of any of them, which, again, you would not expect by looking at them. But given that you've got to bring them in from outside in order to talk to Tupayo, it's welcome. Come on. How about you? Come on down to Earth. And we can switch to heal. Oh, that's right, we got you. Healing. Should really do, honestly, though. I'm kind of done using Chasca at this point for most stuff. Make that not one craftable bow for her, because it is really good on her. About as good as that R5 Fontaine craftable, and better than the Battle Pass bow, the new Battle Pass bow that she has at the moment, too. Interesting that that isn't actually an attack. Again, you can actually bring one over to the Spirit Speaker boss, but of course you gotta drag it in to freeze its duplicates, but of course Ororon and Citlali are easier because you don't have to smuggle them in, you just switch them into the party, of course only if you have them. Next patch is actually free Ororon, though, for what it's worth, but primarily, they... Oh, so you can actually do a normal attack, but you can't aim it at all, really. No, you can... And you're nice and big. Oh, and you got a special pattern on the wings, didn't really notice that, but they can. Apparently, they actually have a non-draconic origin. They're not really saurians at all. But I thought you were something special. I see no ordinary saurian, sir, but you lack any malicious aura or evil intent about you, because we are a person of sorts, not a human, but a person indwelling one. I'll allow you passage through my troop, but please be careful of the wings and eyes of the saurian whelps. Okay. Let's see. These majestically sometimes glancing over the flickering flames, and they have a human-level intelligence not matched by the other saurians. So I got a little bit of time. I think we can go over and go through most of this area on land. Quahacan. Oh, but that, right, there was one more thing I wanted to show. Chamber weaving over here. Something about it. So I'll have to fight you then. That's okay. None of that nearby. That is alright. Take you out. Thanks. Hit. Thanks. Good damage. All you gotta do is point and shoot. Let's get that in. And... well... Yep, right over here, and... put that down to spawn in an NPC. Not that we need it anymore. Let's go into the Chamber of Weaving. The end of all this. Take the elevator up. Around that way. As challenge as I did. Nice that this should deck as long as it does. That's okay. Kamu on, around the Black Stag. You have traveled for and lands to reach this place. Place the trial disembodiment message. May the white feathers upon the voting sheet say shield you. The swaying branches and leaves of heaven's tree protect you. Forth go forth, the scepters in your hand. Forth go forth, for starlight shall adorn your name. The implication is that it's a place we've reached only in spirit, but we actually reached this place physically as well, kinda. So you can look out, and this is... it's a bit of the Night Kingdom, but this is also... specific location, reach at the end of the Ochkanatlan questline. And if you teleport to the main area and get over there, it takes a bit. This is the arena where you fight Ochkan the dragon at the end of all this. Okay. You can see these invisible floating white walls. Well, they're not really invisible if you can kind of see them. And then... kind of hard to spot if you don't know what you're looking for, but look into the right direction. And see, the outside of the tower, we got to the inside of. There's no way to reach it from here, no way to reach here from there. Which I suppose makes sense if you... the trial of disembodiment is only in spirit and we reach this spot physically. There's no way to sort of cross that barrier between spirit and physical. Really cool attention to detail. Alright then. Let's go back to Quahacan then. Couple of local legends I want to fight real quick. Then of course stuff to poke around. It's you right there. Hello. Take you out, reduce your resistance. That's cute. And, okay. Come on, let's give you a dodge. And if we put in Furina, I believe, should have exactly what we need for the fight in here. Let's go for it. Up to this totem pole. Right, this is that mini game. So knob wounds we can shoot. Wonder what they're even doing here then. Check. Best rolling record traveler. 12,500 points. And yep, Tekalopan with the inactive lab. Let's trial, Scorch Wind Trial, yeah. Incantation summon Infernal Skyfire that covers the entire field. Power the one currents to attack it. Incantation summon the Skyfire will be interrupted. Okay. Let's put in good Chasca team. You. Then actually you. Then Chasca. This team should be good source of damage in it. We got one proxy can kind of see just barely one over there, so excited to see what the two new local legends are next patch. I imagine, quite frankly, they are going to be one warrior and one lion manifestation. And we are not doing at all. That's okay. Moving in. Shoot that out. Cool. That's pretty darn good, actually. Cool. Are you gonna go up now, or let's see what happens. And okay. Alright. Let's fly up and push you down. Thanks. And there we are. Hook off. So we extend you out of your super. That's good enough for me. And before you do the shot, that's all good. Okay. That rock ends. Let's see if we got that already. Actually, okay, cool. Thanks. And what? I did not expect that to deal damage. Okay, well, I guess we'll probably for you. It's not pleasant. Yeah, Furina with no healing is something. Okay. Alright. This should be next one up soon then. So we'll do that and come on. Should be with some of this then. Should be able to get your crash down soon and yeah. Cool. Let's go down. Crash into you. There we go. Cool. Let's keep this rotation going. And make sure we don't get hit. Thanks, and keep on shooting. Very good. It's not dying. Yeah, it is not really doing much now in terms of bomb. Yeah, this without Bennett is something. Okay. Well, oops. No, we can just probably shoot you. And let's plunge. Oh, we meant to knock you out of that. It just requires a normal plunge. Okay, cool. And was that necessary? No. Didn't even satisfy achievement conditions. But, I'm the area. We'll fight you. Cool. Let's go and heal up then. Right nearby. It is... It's over here. Okay. It's... Oh, and I didn't pick that up, huh? Okay. Don't die. Don't die. Thank you. Pick these up. We're just speeding around. Let's run this way. Don't need to hit the poor beleaguered alpacas. And well, not that we need this for much of anything at this point. We free the poor adventuress from the cart that time. They trapped her in there, not to ransom her off, but just because she was annoying. I can sympathize. Whomst among us has not wanted at least some point to send annoying people to jail? Well. Alright. In the end, yeah, Bennett. Furina team's still gonna be better. It's kind of sad. Mavuika defense is good, but only for that first rotation, really. Some could be streamed for is good. Just any enemy appearing outside a normal location. And again, nothing in here at the moment. Come on. Okay. There are... What are all those little alpaca statues doing? So I see another one of those right around here. Wonder what that is in conjunction with, if anything, because some of them show up under elemental sight, some of them don't, and it's unclear what exactly each of them is meant to be. Can't interact with it. Maybe they're just a hidden Mickey kind of thing. That'd be fun, actually. Okay. Go down here, take you out. See a chest there. Quahacan is not getting finished today. Suppose it will be good to do as much as we can in as segmented a fashion as we can, and then do it along with Ochkanatlan next time, because it Master of the Night would took longer than I would have liked to expect it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and you're still here. Good to see you. Cool. Show up somewhat unreliably and unpredictably. Yep. Okay. Around here, doesn't seem to be anything up top. Is this? I believe it was around here, all the way over here, where Chasca's bird sister is. Was it this? No, it might have been this. It's definitely decorated for a little nook. Seems familiar. Yeah, it's been months since I did that quest, so not exactly the freshest in my memory. Get up top. None of those. Oh. Warp pipes around here, though. Alright. That's okay. Yeah, this around here is more or less where it turns from Quahacan into Ochkanatlan. But that said, even still, it's the borderline. I think that's what Tame Impala said. Cool. Maybe we can get our infinite Phlogiston for some nice quick flights. Not that important. Ah, I can see a nest up here, that's fun. Go you and jump. There we go, nice. Fly over and Using the Fugissen, but I came fast. Okay. Lots and lots of crystal blast. There that is, yeah. So looking at that chest specifically, which is kind of a surprise. Let's go over that and poke around. Yeah, around this way. And most of all this was a cat or a what? Ameka. Oh, hi. See you as well. Pretty reliably frozen. Nice. Right, helps with the melts. Okay. This side. Okay. Down around there, I've done most of this. We're gonna have to leave that for Sunday. It's small enough, yeah. I should be able to wipe that along with Ochkanatlan. Things may run a little long, maybe, probably, almost certainly. But that's permissible. That's okay. I'll live. Maybe some other people might not, but that's okay. Question is just what I'll do with the remaining allotted time. Oh, and you are not active. You don't have an active targetable hitbox until we get close enough to you. Interesting. Okay. I guess that is probably, because I haven't seen that with other swords to allow them to make them totally untargetable while they're floating in the air so that they don't end up creating spirit sconces in weird positions. Yeah, I can see that. Again, it's interesting. All the little statues around, and some of them something to do, some of them don't. 12 over 8,600 points, yeah. I get it. Let's try around here. We did most of this. No longer raining. Oh, this a little bit. A bit of this over here. Sure. Cliff. Yeah. Take some time. A lot of stuff around this beach, weirdly enough. Whatever this platform is. Maybe I'll just conclude things a little early, to be frank. There are a few ley lines that I still gotta claim today. Finish that out. I was honestly surprised that just chatting with everyone in Master of the Night would took as long as it did. That's something I needed to devote an hour or two on Sunday then. That's fine. Alright. For Waylands, we might even be able to switch Xianyun out of the party. That would be nice. Right over there, that's Wild Manifestation. Right. It's not raining here anymore. Yeah. Oh, but knocked us out of that somehow. Okay. That's fine. Fight you. Wild and hope you're down. Put your shield up and once you board you quick enough, it's not an issue. Cool. Nice. Yep, tomorrow's comms should get her there when we switch around to the party. Now it's just condense a little bit of resin. Cool. What would I want to do with this time? Honestly, nothing really. Just call it quits early and make a short for the day and go to sleep. Okay. Collected that. So Sunday. Final anecdote with Xianyun, then. Yep, it's not back. It seems to take a daily reset. Yay. Okay. But... oh... go to... Xianyun, Flower Feather, Ochkanatlan. Should be a good amount of things completed. Come on. The hardest to position. Stories don't give up nearly as well, and I think even I will not miss having to use this team for comms. Way lines, and, in the end, I was gonna say I could at least not use them for way lines, but I didn't use them for comms, and the worst part was frankly weekly bosses, I would not get their rewards. Exactly one more little thing, so actually, if I were to pop a transient. Again, we got a good amount of stuff. Because I do want to level Kabe next patch, because he's going to be recommended for theater lineup. You know what? I already used my transient resin then, did I? I must have. So I think I might have missed purchasing it once when I otherwise could have, but I don't let that happen often. So I'm not quite there. And yeah, I just used it this week then. Alright. Okay. Fun. Let me... Some that'll take a good 5 minutes, but no more. Let's fight Ironbeard. And deprive anyone who might be watching Sunday of seeing that. This one is almost insultingly simple, actually. Or at least it can be, in that if you want to take no hits, which is the special condition for its final deal, you gotta beat it with just plunges. That is actually a decent enough way to do it. I suppose whose Mavuika could use. Well, oops. Oh, okay. No. Not intent for that. Get out of here. Thanks, go away. Okay. Put in a team that can plunge pretty well. Issue of Trial, Molten Barbs, you attacks and plunging attacks. Two methods, Molten Barbs, plunging attacks, create explosions, dealing damage. Time destroyed in time, destroy them, create explosions, and deal damage to characters on the field, so... Achievement for this was just beat it with... oh... not taking any hits. Beard the fire that forges all. Best way to do that is to just do the barbs only, so... okay. There we go. Takes about 10 of these, I believe. Yeah, so Citlali is going to be the best option. Makes sense. There we are. Okay, cool. Nice. Honestly, Chasca's even better with Citlali because it takes hits in her transmission. That can easily get kind of clumsy, but you can use Chasca's and then immediately plunge right away. Yep. Okay, cool. Honestly, it's Chasca Z. That's the best option. Yeah, and that hit can't actually melt. Looks like pyro damage, and in a certain sense it is, but in another sense it also isn't. It's so simple. Here we go for the special plunge. Yep, you'll set off the barb with that if you can, but if I blow it up, you also can't do that. As long as we stay away from you, can't really do much. Of course, we could be hitting you, but the barb is the most reliable way to do it without taking any hits. Or we could just use some Chasca. Chasca's hits, but as a proof of concept, this is maybe a little more fun. Okay. Can't do much as long as we stay far away. Yeah, it takes about pretty much exactly 10 of these. Oops. That'd hit. Please. Yeah, and the budget option would presumably be Geo-Traveler. I wonder if we got hit by it sprouting, what would that do in the way of damage, if it even would at all? 4 more of those. Come on. The initiative trial. Initiative. Come on. Go for your strikes. 1, 2, and then we get our barb. Set out of the way, and... Nice. I do find it quite interesting that even these arrow plunges, bow plunges that normally would not be doing, you know, any damage to a geo object, just hard set to anytime any plunging coded damage hits. Insta breaks, deals that 10% max HP true pyro damage can't react. That's interesting. Okay, that's another guarantee. Okay, one more time. Thank you. Varus would actually be even better because her charge attack is a weapon. Creates a plunge, which very interestingly is pretty much exactly how Zhao worked in Content Beta and the first hit, but now the rest of the combo. You're a fraud. Oh my goodness. I hope you die. Oh, you will. So. There we are. All you gotta do is stay evasive. Certainly something. So yeah. Presumably, one of the remaining Wyoboka legends has gotta be, well, Electro Wyob. So Pyro Wyob, Gliding, Dendro Wyob, weird curse damage, Dendro Wyob freezing, Geo Wyob parry, Cryo Wyob healing. Electro Wyob, according to a data mine from months ago, was triggering electrocharge reactions. And then maybe the other one is going to be just a Night Soul Electro-Tribe Warrior, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a Tatankasaurus Warrior. Or it might be something more interesting. Who knows? Well, either way. Guess that means found something to kill the time. Next time you see me, Lanyan will be gone, Yan. It only took a punch, so thank you, CS Dragon.